I'm the Reverend Rachel Hayes. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the minister of our congregation. I call you to worship this morning with these words from Julian Jamaica Soto. In this community, we hold hope close. We don't always know what comes next, but that cannot dissuade us. We don't always know just what to do, but that will not mean that we are lost in the wilderness. We rely on the certainty beneath, the foundation of our values and ethics. We are the people who return to love like a North Star and to the truth that we are greater together than we are alone. Our hope does not live in some glimmer of an indistinct future. Rather, we know the way to a world of which we dream, and by covenant and the movement forward of one right action and the next, we know that one day we will arrive at home. Come, let us worship together. I invite you to say our congregation's chalice lighting words with me. We light this flame to invite a world of peace where we heal the wounds, where we share what we have with one another, where justice is another word for relationship, and we listen for what love has to say. I invite you to rise in body, spirit, heart, and voice to sing our first hymn, Come Sing a Song With Me, number 346 in the hymnal and on the screen.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll give you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
So I would like to know, and this is just based on your own experience and what you like, what is your favorite thing about coming here on Sunday mornings? Yeah?
My favorite thing is that I get to do fun stuff.
Doing fun stuff, absolutely.
My favorite part is that I get to go downstairs.
Going downstairs. Yeah. What else? Does anybody like social hour? Yeah. I've heard that we have some fans of cookies in the house. Yeah? Anybody like cookies?
I do.
Yeah? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. And so we have downstairs. What sorts of things do you do downstairs that are so fun?
We play fun stuff.
Playing fun stuff. Yeah. And do you listen to books sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. And doing art projects? Yeah. And talking about things that are important? Yeah. Okay. So my next question, who do you think pays for that?
I think I know. Our parents.
Your parents pay for it? Yeah. Any other thoughts? All of us. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's even all of us, not just in the room right now, but all of us for more than 100 years.
Yeah, and even the people that don't come here.
And even people who don't come here anymore are part of it, right? Yeah. So I kind of think of this as a group project, right? I don't know if any of you have ever done a group project at school. Is that, yeah? What was that like?
Yeah. I don't go to school.
Oh, okay.
But me and my classmates, if we wanted to, we were coloring a big shield of green paper.
Coloring one big shield of green paper.
All the kids who wanted to in my class.
Okay, all the
But
kids
not
who
all
wanted
of them
to.
in my class wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, Eleanor, you had something to say about group projects, I thought. No? Okay. They're fun? Yeah. They can be really fun because you get to work with people. Yeah.
Sometimes they're not that fun.
And sometimes they're not that fun. Yeah. Okay, so if our congregation is like a group project for over 100 years, and everybody does the part that they can, and they put in the money that they can, then for over 100 years, people have gotten to be here on Sunday mornings. So we're going to say thank you to the people who make that happen. And I forgot to put in a note that we probably want to turn the mics down for this. Yeah, right? Okay, so on the count of 3, we're going to all say thank you as loud as we can. Do you want to do that? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you! Awesome. That was a really good thank you. Okay, and now I would love to hear what is happening today in RE.
Hello. So for anyone who hasn't met Myra yet, I would like to welcome her up. She's one of our wonderful, wonderful interns. And she is studying at UMass to be an art teacher specifically. And today is actually her teach day. So she will take over. There you are.
Hi, I'm Myra. Today we're learning about identity and what that means to all of our kids here. And they're just gonna be doing an art project based on what they look like and the things they enjoy and the difference between those things and just learning how to separate those and how important it is to have a good sense of self-identity.
So as our kids go downstairs, those of us who are staying upstairs are going to rise in body and spirit to sing our next hymn, number 128, For All That Is Our Life.
For all that is our
Today is the day least loved by Sunday morning people of all sorts. It's Daylight Savings Day. We adjusted our clocks, if not our bodies, and have shown up 1 hour earlier relative to the sun. We have rearranged our sense of time. Though we cannot alter the relationship between the sun and the earth, in these days of growing light, we collectively choose to reorient our sense of time so that we can have our light an hour later in the day. Medical organizations warn that due to the upset to our circadian rhythms of light and dark, wake and sleep, many people will experience extra stress and distraction in the coming week. The risk of heart attack and stroke are higher in the week following the spring forward, and the risk of car accidents is higher too. All of this is a reminder to be gentle with yourself. Today is an excellent day for a nap after the service. Pay attention to your body's cues. In the coming week, take breaks when you need them, be late when you can, and remember to breathe. It's a hard thing we do each year, largely unacknowledged except for a certain amount of grumbling, but we get through it together. Today in the circle of the year is also my annual love letter to the congregation, which is to say it's the day we talk about how our congregation works, why we do it. It's the day I introduce our annual pledge campaign. If you've already decided that you're going to pledge 10% or more beyond last year's pledge, you have my encouragement to catch a little catnap right now. With the caveat that you are giving your neighbors permission to wake you if you snore. But I think you secretly love how much I love our congregation, and you want to hear me say it. Our congregation coalesced in the 1880s around the belief that all people are beloved, that God loves each one of us so much that all people are saved and none are damned. This theology of universal salvation inspired our founders to build this wooden church on North Pleasant Street, where I speak to you today. They began construction in 1892 and completed it in 1893. And since that time, we have preached a message of hope to the people of Amherst and surrounding towns. These founders would have thought of themselves as Universalist Christians, and their message would have had a lot more Jesus in it than our typical 2 or 3 times per year. But I think they would recognize us as their people. I like to think that these founders would remember Jesus' message about false prophets in the Sermon on the Mount. You should judge the tree by its fruits. And while we're not perfect, always holding the tension that we can do a little bit better, we continue to bring love and hope to this corner of North Pleasant Street. In the last year, our congregation has made the commitment to continue our Wednesday community breakfast. I mention a few times a year, probably more than I mention Jesus, how much I appreciate the breakfast. I appreciate that we feed well over 100 people on a weekly basis, that we provide a decent and hearty meal to people, no questions asked, with care and kindness and no expectation of reward. I appreciate the food of the breakfast, the consistently delicious eggs, potatoes, and sausage. I appreciate sitting down at a table with my neighbors. I appreciate the people who prepare and cook and wash dishes and clean the room. We had to re-envision how we accomplish breakfast in the last year. So many of the week-to-week mechanics are the same, and it's the same wonderful food, but we have had a change in the administrative arrangements that make it happen. Craig Storrs, who had been our partner since the beginning of the breakfast, was no longer able to fund the program. The people who make breakfast happen every week came to me, and we decided that we would find a way to keep going. El Colibri came to us and asked to be our fundraising partner, and now our fundraising goes through El Colibri. Same wonderful food and volunteers, new place to send your checks. Our annual budget does not fund the breakfast, but this breakfast would not happen without our congregation's support and participation. I invite you to raise your hand here in the sanctuary or on Zoom if you have been a part of the breakfast community, whether you show up to serve or to eat. Our religious education program is also going strong through the dedication of our people. Our previous DRE left at the end of 2024, and by the combined efforts of our continuing religious education staff, especially JC and Laurel, the religious education ministry who held the vision of the program during the interim, and the dedicated members who are classroom volunteers, our programming continued at a high level until we could hire a new director of religious education. Ken is in his second month with us as DRE, and things are growing. We're offering grades 7 through 9 our whole lives sex ed this year, which is a big undertaking. We have over 30 children and youth enrolled in our RE program, and the classrooms are full of wonderful energy. Raise your hand if you or your family have ever participated in one way or another in our children's religious education. And of course, some of them are downstairs in the classroom right now. Another thing that we do incredibly well here at UUSA is our small group ministry. Small groups, also known as covenant groups, are groups that meet once or twice a month, either in person or by Zoom, to be present to one another and explore meaningful topics in a facilitated conversation process. People will tell you that covenant groups are an important part of the social network of the congregation, and they are, but they are also a spiritual practice. These are groups of people who practice generous listening and vulnerable speech. The bonds formed in these groups may lead to deep friendships, but the practice of participating in them with an open heart can lead to profound spiritual growth too. There should be a warning on the label, may lead to personal transformation. I'd like you to raise your hand if you are currently participating in a small group or have done so in the past. Of course, we also care deeply about the world beyond ourselves and our congregation. Our dedicated offering program connects us with organizations beyond our walls that are making a difference in the community, and we regularly give away about $1,000 per month to support their missions. Last month, members of our congregation voted to approve our co-sponsorship of the next No Kings Day action. Our members turned out for the last 2 No Kings actions, and this time we've made it official. Our commitment to democracy, justice, and fairness calls us to speak out against the injustices of our government. Our Indigenous Awareness Circle connects us to the presence of and issues facing our Indigenous neighbors through calls to support legislative change and invitations to public events such as the Pocumtuck Homelands Festival and the Odinong Powwow. Our environmental action circle leads us each year to the Connecticut River cleanup, encourages us to support legislation that will lead to better environmental policy, helps us green our own building, and teaches us about ways we can improve our environmental impact. We joyfully show up at our local pride parades. We share our building with the community in ways that make a difference by hosting an ACLU and Luce ICE bystander training, by sharing our space with Show Up, Sing Out for rehearsals and Lanterns for Luce lantern making, by hosting fundraisers for so many important organizations doing life-changing work. If your justice and community commitments have been strengthened through our congregation, whether you signed a petition, showed up to an event, donated money, or reconsidered the way something works in your life, I invite you to raise your hand. The caring ministries of our congregation are life-saving, truly. Our congregation has brought people home from surgery and provided meals during recovery. We have connected people going through a hard time with people who listen, who see them as whole people rather than symptoms or issues. Through our discretionary fund, we have helped people pay rent and utilities and legal fees, access medical care, buy school supplies for their kids, buy gas so they can access community. Many of us have both given and received care in our congregation. If you have participated in this network of care, whether giving or receiving or both, with rides, meals, visits, conversation, or giving to or receiving from the discretionary fund, I invite you to raise your hand. And we don't just care here, we also learn, and not just the kids. Our adults are also growing and learning. Our monthly book group is going strong, discussing a fresh selection each month. We also have held congregational reads of UUA common read selections like Authentic Selves, On Repentance and Repair, and An Indigenous People's History of the United States, and selections inspired from our shared inspiration, like My Grandmother's Hands, and What Kind of Ancestor Do You Want to Be? We search for truth and meaning together. Raise your hand if you have participated in adult religious education programming. And we have fun together. We know that life can be hard, and we shouldn't overlook the joy. We lean into it as a source of strength. We have potluck picnics and social suppers to share food and company. We have Final Friday fun during the late winter months to connect over pizza, crafts, and games. We have suppers for 7 to build connections over shared meals. Our kids trick or treat together. We get holly jolly at the holiday cookie swap. We come together at concerts and turn every possible reason for gathering into a party. The most popular auction offerings are usually events, which is to say, more time together. If you have found joy in the social life of our congregation, please raise your hand. We celebrate the rites of passage in our lives together. We celebrate child dedications, scouting badges, educational achievements, bridging into adulthood, weddings, naming ceremonies, and, yes, memorial services. We tell the stories of our lives in community. We celebrate our milestones together because this being human together matters. If you have been touched by our congregation's rites of passage, from the smallest to the most tender to the most jubilant, I invite you to raise your hand. And then there's this whole Sunday thing we do. We can't forget that. We come together in worship most Sundays, with a little break in the summer. We make meaning in community, say what matters most, and reconnect with the guiding stars of our values. We tell stories that help us understand our world. We build altars to remember our beloved dead. We practice breathing together. We share our joys and sorrows and light candles. We listen to inspiring music. We sing. We build hope together, week after week. And here we are again. I don't need to ask you to raise your hands for this one because you're all here on purpose, but you're welcome to just the same. When you pledge to our congregation, you are stating your intent to contribute financially to our next fiscal year, which begins on July 1st. Our Finance Committee has already begun working on our next budget. As always, your pledges are our main source of income. There is no outside organization funding us. Pledges cover the fixed costs of our congregation, the salaries for our staff, the utilities of our meeting house. Our greatest assets in this congregation are our building and our people. Your pledges ensure that we can continue all that we do together. If you have pledged before, you will receive a personalized pledge form asking you to contribute again. I saw them on the table in the lobby. If you haven't pledged before, I invite you to pick up a blank form or use the online form to let us know what amount you would like to pledge. On the form, we ask you to consider your income and expenses realistically and make a pledge that feels significant to you. Most people give somewhere between 2 and 10% of their adjusted income. But seriously, we want this pledge to feel good. We want it to come from the money you use to make your life good, not cover your basic expenses. We don't want your rent, grocery, or healthcare money. You'll notice as you look at the pledge form that there's a place to check if you can't pledge this year, but want to reaffirm your commitment to the congregation. This is not a pay-to-pray organization, and there is no dollar amount on belonging. Pledge forms go out this week. As I said, they're on the table, and we'd like to have them back in 2 weeks by March 22nd. The pledge total will let us know what kind of budget we can plan for next year. Based on our current projections, if we increase our pledge total by 8%, we won't have to access our reserves to cover the ever-rising costs of funding the congregation. And some people won't be able to increase that much, so if you can, we ask you to increase by a little more. We ask you to pledge because the congregation matters to you. We ask you to pledge because we need places where we can cultivate resilience and hope. Every day when I read the news, I am grateful to remember that our congregation and thousands of other religious communities of good faith and strong values are refusing to give up on the dream of the beloved community where all people can thrive. The news is full of stories of systemic oppression, inequality, tribalism, Christian nationalism, white supremacy, and greed. And it's not hypothetical or far away. These things touch our lives. Now, more than ever, we need to support the institutions that stand for the values of justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. We need to support the institutions that promote love in the world. Lesson 2 in Timothy Snyder's book on tyranny is to defend the institutions that preserve decency. The institutions we depend on also depend on us to keep them going. They are our defense against the rise of authoritarianism. We keep using the library, fighting for our public schools, investing in media sources that tell the truth, and pledging our hearts and financial support to the organizations that dare to have values in public. Our Unitarian Universalist Society of Amherst has preached our message of hope and love to the people of Amherst since 1893, and we have no intention of stopping or slowing down. Love and hope are what we have to offer the world, and the world so needs it. Please return your pledge form, but also remember that your pledge is part of something that is making the world a better place. The world needs us, we need us, and all of us, and we'll get through this the way we have since 1893, together.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jason Threlfall, and I'm a grateful member of this community. And I'm always honored when I'm invited to sing songs, my songs, for you all. And I hope you'll sing along. This first one is called With Faith by Our Side. And it starts with the chorus. And it comes around a few times. So I think you'll have a chance to pick up on it. My voice is a little compromised. A cold came and went for me, but working with 7th graders all week long keeps the voice from catching up. So if there are some dead spots or gravelly spots, you'll understand. Anyway, this is the way it goes. So wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach, with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. Take my outstretched hand, let's walk this path together. United we can build a bridge for the work that lies ahead. No matter how rough the road or how far the distance, with faith by our side, there is much we can achieve. Here we go, everybody. So wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach, with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. One brick at a time, bold steps into each challenge. Listen close to the beating hearts in our chests, filled with so much life, a shared sense of mission. With faith by our side, we can weather any tests. Here we go. So wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach, with faith by our side and hearts filled with peace. Now there's a third verse to this song. It's not in your flyer. Tell me once again your struggles, your passions. Know that deep in my heart I'll hold them, my friend. Together let us stand on this bridge we are building. With faith by our side, we will cross it hand in hand. One more time, everybody. So wide our light can be, shining bright for all to see. Let's find a way to always reach, with faith by our side and hearts filled with with faith by our side, and hearts filled with peace.
Please join me in prayer. Spirit of life, we arrive at this moment holding so much. Grief for the sorrows of the world and the sorrows of our lives, joy in companionship, rage at injustice, wonder in the face of beauty. We hold it all, and then we remember to breathe. There is room for breath, inspiration, and breath makes room in all of it for a little more connection. Breathe in us and leave us in the loving hands of one another and in the embrace of the love that holds us all. Amen. Blessed be. I invite you to remain seated for our meditation hymn, Winds Be Still, number 83. Another world is possible. Each week we collect our offering and we split it with an outside organization to help us remember that we can't make the world a better place on our own. During March, our congregation generously shares half of our Sunday service offering basket with the Center for New Americans. Half of the money collected today supports the programming of our congregation. The other half supports education and resources for immigrants and refugees. Please give generously today in the basket, by text, by check, or through our website, uusocietyamherst.org/donate.
Okay, hello again. I have a new song that I've been working on for the last few days, and it's called You Do Not Walk Alone, and it's on that little flyer that was passed out to you all. And I'm going to teach you the chorus that I wrote, and then we'll start with the chorus as we go for the song in its entirety. So it goes like this. You do not walk alone on this path, my friend. Take hold our hands. right there. Let's try that first half of the chorus. Okay, here we go. You do not walk alone on this path, my friend. Take hold our hands, let us walk with you. And then the second half goes, do not sing alone, there's no need for that. Music of many voices can see you through. Try that. Do not sing alone, there's no need for that. Music of many voices can see you through. All right, here we go. We're going to start with the choruses. You do not walk alone on this path, my friend. Take hold our hands, let us walk with you. Do not sing alone, there's no need for that. Music of many voices can see you through. Take a brave chance on life. When the falling rains turn the light of day into night, take a big step away from fear. Let the healing of connection call you here. Here we go. You do not walk alone on this path, my friend. Take hold our hands, let us walk with you. Do not sing alone, there's no need for that. Music of many voices can see you through. In this life of struggle and pain, let us ease your toil and burdens and celebrate the gains. In times of deepest need, believe it's true. With helping hands, joy can be renewed. Everybody, do not walk alone on this path, my friend. Take hold our hands, let us walk with you. Do not sing alone, there's no need for that. Music of many voices can see you through. One more time. You do not walk alone on this path, my friend. Take hold our hands, let us walk with you. Do not sing alone, there's no need for that. Music of many voices can see you through. Yes, music of many voices can see you through. Thank you.
Please join me in the words to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. We are about to sing our closing song. You're welcome to stay right where you are and be held in the love of our congregation, or to rise and move into a circle along the outer aisle. Place your hands over your heart or hold hands with somebody next to you as we sing This Day We Come. If you take one thing from our time together today, let it be this: you are loved. Go in peace, held by the love that holds us all.